Okay.
And just wonder if you could look back at the first time you had to try out for a hockey team when you were a kid. What was it? How old were you? And what was it like?
I don't think I had to try out in house league. I think you just got placed there. But when I moved from, I was born in Mississauga, moved to Bolton. I ended up trying out for the Caledon AA minor hockey team. And back then the tryouts used to be like right after the season. You know, your season would end in like March, and you try out for the team in April, and then you kind of have the whole summer to chill, but you knew where you were playing the next year. But you know, they were fun. I mean, I grew up playing with, you know, guys who are still my buddies from back home today, so it's always fun. And my dad was the coach, so I guess that's probably one of the only reasons why I was on the team. But no, they were fun. I mean, it's where I learned to love the game. So.
That's pretty different, trying out after the season as opposed to before. Hey,
yeah.
Was it different to do it like that?
It was. I think it's because, you know, when you're younger like that, a lot of kids don't play hockey kind of full year round. You know, a lot of them are multiple sport athletes. Like I used to play soccer in the summers, so if our season ended and I then went and played soccer for 5 months and didn't touch a pair of skates and then had to try out, like who knows, right? So that's why they just got the tryouts done right away after the year, and then you kind of knew where you were going the next year. So
is it nervous? Are you nervous when you have to try out? Kind of like what you could do?
Yeah, of course. I mean, back then when I was younger, I don't really remember. I don't think I really understood what was going on too much. You know, it was wherever my parents told me to go skate, I had to go skate, and I didn't really understand, you know, the concept of, you know, trying out for the team, I guess. But as I got older, you know, when I had to try out for my junior A team, the St. Mike's Buzzers, which I was obviously more nervous for because it's a program that I really wanted to play for. And then I didn't necessarily per se try out for my college team, you know, but I was being recruited, and I knew when, you know, they would show up, and technically that was my tryout. So yeah, you definitely get nervous because you definitely want to make a good impression. But I mean, sometimes if you're too nervous, you know, you get scared to make mistakes, you're scared to make plays, and that could negatively affect your game.
Is it any different trying out for a team when you're a kid as opposed to trying out for a team when you're a pro?
Well, a little bit. I mean, when you're trying out as a kid, like you want to make the team because you want to play hockey, you want to play with your friends. You know, you might feel a little, you know, embarrassed if you don't make the team. I think when you're trying out for a team in pro, I mean, it's your job. Like this is our way of life, you know. So you can't look at it really as a game like you were when you were a kid. Like you go into tryouts, like some of these guys have, you know, families to feed, or, you know, without you don't make a team here, you know, who knows where you end up. So it's a little different.
Is it more pressure?
A lot more pressure, definitely. Like I said, I mean, it's not just a game anymore, you know, it's our job, and we want to get to that next level. So training camps, you know, in the summer, that's why we work our butts off all summer, so we're ready for training camp, ready for our tryout.
Last thing for you, looking back at all the years you've had to try out for teams at all different levels, what advice would you take from that experience? What advice would you have for a young kid who's just starting out in hockey and has to go through a tryout the first time? What advice would you give them?
Honestly, just don't overthink anything. Just treat it like any other practice or day. You know, if you're meant to, you know, be on a team or make a team, it'll happen. There's no point of, you know, getting nervous or getting anxious about it, because, you know, like I said before, that's when sometimes you get scared to, you know, make mistakes. You're scared to make plays, and that could, you know, obviously affect your game in the wrong way.